For months, truck fans have been asking the same question: what is Ram really planning for 2027? After all, the brand already shocked the industry by replacing the legendary Hemi V8 with the twin-turbo Hurricane inline 6. Then, it stunned loyalists again by bringing the 5.7-liter Hemi back after customer backlash. Now new details suggest Ram may have quietly revealed key information about its 2027 engine strategy, and it's not the fire-breathing V8 comeback many expected. Instead of doubling down on old formulas, Ram appears to be preparing something more strategic, more efficient, and potentially more powerful than ever. But the surprise isn't just about horsepower, it's about direction. Let's break down what the leak suggested, what industry experts are saying, and why the 2027 Ram engine could redefine the future of American trucks. The context: Ram's engine identity crisis. To understand why the 2027 leak matters, you need context. Ram built its modern identity around the Hemi V8. For years, the 5.7-liter Hemi was the heartbeat of the Ram 1500. Strong torque, classic rumble, simple reliability. It was everything traditional truck buyers loved. Then came the shift. In 2025 and 2026, Ram moved aggressively toward the 3.0 Hurricane twin-turbo inline 6, replacing the V8 in most 1500 trims. On paper, it made sense. More power than the outgoing 5.7-liter Hemi, better fuel efficiency, lower emissions, and improved torque delivery. But emotionally it split the fan base. Some praised the Hurricane for its performance, others saw it as the death of truck tradition. Now, new 2027 information suggests Ram isn't choosing sides, it's evolving the formula entirely. What the 2027 leak reveals: the leak details don't scream bigger V8. Instead, they point toward three key developments. 1. A heavily upgraded Hurricane platform. 2. Advanced hybrid integration. 3. A modular engine architecture strategy. And here's the twist: the most powerful Ram 1500 in 2027 might not even use a V8 at all. That's the shock. The next generation Hurricane, more than a six-cylinder, the Hurricane engine already surprised skeptics. In high-output form, it produces well over 500 horsepower, numbers that rival old-school V8 performance. But the 2027 leak suggests Ram engineers are preparing revised turbocharging systems, strengthened internals, higher thermal efficiency, improved cooling systems, and electrified torque assist. Industry powertrain analysts believe Ram is pushing the Hurricane beyond what buyers expect from an inline 6. One former Stellantis engineer speaking anonymously to automotive media explained, "The Hurricane was always designed with headroom. The architecture allows significantly more output without compromising durability." If true, the 2027 Ram could deliver V8-level grunt with better throttle response and lower emissions. That's not downsizing, that's engineering evolution. Hybrid integration, the real surprise, the biggest shock in the leak points to serious hybrid expansion. Not mild hybrid, not basic a torque. We're talking about a more robust system, possibly a plug-in hybrid truck setup. Why would Ram go that route? Because torque matters more than displacement. Electric motors deliver instant torque. Pair that with a turbocharged inline 6, and you get immediate launch power, higher towing stability, reduced turbo lag, improved fuel economy, and stronger low-end pulling force. Experts in truck electrification say this combination could outperform traditional V8s in real-world towing. As one drivetrain specialist put it, electric torque fills the gaps where turbo engines traditionally lag. For trucks, that's a massive advantage. In other words, 2027 Ram buyers might get stronger performance than ever without needing a bigger engine. What about the Hemi? This is where things get interesting. The 5.7-liter Hemi's return proved one thing: Ram listens to its customers. However, insiders suggest the Hemi may transition into a more specialized role by 2027. Limited trims, heavy-duty applications, and performance-focused variants. Rather than being the default engine, the V8 could become the emotional halo option. That's a strategic move. It preserves brand heritage while allowing Ram to modernize its core lineup. Heavy-duty, that's a different story. When it comes to the 2500 and 3500 models, experts expect less radical change. The 6.7 Cummins diesel remains a torque king, and for serious towing, diesel still dominates. However, 2027 leaks hinted improved emission systems, enhanced durability tuning, slight torque increases, and transmission recalibration. Rather than replacing diesel, Ram appears to be refining it. This signals that Ram understands its heavy-duty buyers are different from 1500 customers. Fleet operators and long-haul towers value proven reliability, predictable maintenance, and high torque under load. Diesel still delivers that better than most alternatives. The industry pressure behind the decision: Ram isn't operating in a vacuum, competitors are moving fast. Ford continues to refine EcoBoost and hybrid systems. GM is investing in both V8 loyalty and electrification. Toyota is experimenting with hybrid truck dominance. Regulations are tightening globally. Fuel economy standards are rising. Electrification mandates are expanding. Under those pressures, a smarter inline-6 hybrid setup may actually be the safest long-term strategy. An industry forecasting analyst recently said, "The companies that survive the 2030 emissions era won't be the ones with the loudest engines. They'll be the ones with flexible platforms." That's exactly what the Hurricane architecture offers. So, why isn't this what people expected? Most enthusiasts, they assumed 2027 would mean one of two extremes: a full electric Ram revolution, or, well, a massive V8 comeback. Instead, Ram seems to be choosing the middle ground. A high-output, inline-6 with some serious hybrid torque assistance isn't exactly flashy, but honestly, it's pretty intelligent. It keeps performance alive, it improves efficiency, it protects the brand from regulatory risk. And yeah, it gives engineers room to grow. That's not dramatic, but it's definitely strategic. Let's talk about performance projections. If the leak details actually hold true, here's what experts are predicting. Standard Hurricane, we're looking at 420 to 450 horsepower. The high-output Hurricane, 550 plus horsepower. And then, a hybrid-assisted performance variant could potentially hit 600 plus combined horsepower, with torque possibly exceeding 650 pound-feet in certain trims. That would put Ram in direct competition with performance trucks without having to rely solely on V8 displacement. So, what does all this mean for truck buyers? For everyday drivers, these changes could mean, faster acceleration, smoother towing, better fuel economy, reduced long-term fuel costs, and even stronger resale value. For traditionalists, the emotional shift might be a bit tougher, but as many powertrain engineers point out, performance isn't really about cylinder count anymore. It's about torque curves and efficiency mapping. The numbers may end up speaking louder than nostalgia. Let's look at the long-term vision. The 22,000 leak suggests Ram is building towards something bigger. A scalable engine family that can support gas-only models, hybrid models, heavy-duty diesel, and future electrified expansions. Instead of just chasing trends, Ram appears to be building flexibility. That's a pretty powerful long-term advantage. Now, some final thoughts. It's a calculated shock. Ram just leaked the 22,000 engine specs. Sounds dramatic, but honestly, the real shock isn't about what they're adding. It's about what they're not doing. They're not going all electric overnight. They're not abandoning performance. And they're definitely not blindly clinging to V8 nostalgia. Instead, they're engineering a bridge between eras. The 2027 Ram engine strategy isn't louder, it isn't bigger, it's smarter. And in an industry that's kind of racing toward uncertainty, that may be the boldest move of all. For truck buyers who care about real-world torque, towing confidence, and long-term reliability, 2027 might actually deliver something better than expected. Not what you think, something more calculated and, possibly more powerful than ever.